This tutorial will help get you acclimated to COM 150, navigating the course through Angel, as well as some course policies. When you log into the course, you'll appear on the Resource tab right here. This is where announcements will be posted periodically throughout the week, usually to give you feedback on an assignment, to give you some information about an upcoming assignment, and just some general announcements for the entire class. Over on the Syllabus tab, you'll see our syllabus. We are completely online. You do need to pick up the required text, Understanding Movies, Giannetti, Pearson, 12th edition. You'll see the format here. Basically, we'll have assigned readings to do as the week begins. There'll be film screenings, usually 2 a week, except for the first and last week of the class. We'll do 2 discussions, one around each film. So the first discussion is due Tuesdays. The second one's due Thursdays, always by midnight, so they have to have that timestamp on them. So for every discussion in the class, you will do 1 post and 2 replies. The post answers my questions, and the replies is a reply to at least 2 classmates. So the initial response to discussion questions are due Tuesday for the first film or first discussion. Second discussion due Thursday. All of your replies have to be in at the end of the week on Sundays. There'll also be a weekly quiz that will open every Thursday morning at 8 a.m., close every Friday at 11:55 p.m. During weeks 3 and 6, there'll be exams, a midterm exam and a final exam. The technical requirements: you'll need a high-speed internet connection, the latest version of Adobe Flash, the latest version of QuickTime, and the Firefox web browser. If you're using Mac, Safari is also fine, but there have been issues with Internet Explorer with content not showing up. These are all free downloads, and links for downloading this software is available under the Lessons tab under Available Downloads. Grading criteria is as follows. Participation in the online discussion forums is 30%. Quizzes are 20%. The midterm is 20%. The final is 20%. Here it tells you about the participation requirements for the discussions. You're expected to respond to at least 2 other people. Technical and computer problems are not a valid excuse for late work, failure to complete assigned work. So students who are experiencing issues with home computers are expected to complete online work at one of the campus computer labs or a library or a friend or relative's house. It's not valid to say I didn't do this work because I had computer problems. Have a backup in place. And even if you don't know anybody else with a computer, there's always the computer labs here on campus. If you're not close to campus, there's a local library. Late work is not accepted and will not be graded. If you've got something going on in your life, some unforeseen circumstance coming up, you need to make a written request for an extension in writing. It has to be prior to the due date. So telling me you didn't do work after the fact doesn't do you any good. Work's not accepted. I'm very hesitant to grant extensions. It's only in extreme circumstances. How I get around late work is I offer 2 alternate assignments that can be used either for extra credit or to take the place of an assignment you missed. So one will be offered during week 3. One will be offered during week 6. So if you miss an assignment during the first 3 weeks, do that assignment during week 3, and those points will be applied to the assignment you missed. Similarly, the last week of the course, you can make up the assignment again. So that gives you 2 assignments that you can miss. If you do all of the work, those 2 assignments can be used as extra credit. Here you can see the grading scale. Grades are not rounded. Office hours are by appointment. The best way to get a hold of me is to get a hold of me via email, and that's done through Angel. Emails from non-PSU email addresses will not be responded to. I need to know who I'm communicating with. Here's the policy on quizzes. As I mentioned, they will be open every Thursday morning at 8 a.m., close 11:55 p.m. on Friday evenings. If something's going on and you're going to be away from a computer during those 2 days, you can request to take the quizzes early, just not late. There'll be 2 exams. They have to be completed at the Abington Testing Center or by a proctor. So if you're going to take them here at the Abington Testing Center, here's the link for doing that. Otherwise, they'll be proctored. You can have them proctored on a home computer with a webcam. I'll give you information on that as the exam draws closer. You'll be asked to sign a full value community agreement. This is just basically making sure that everybody is conducting themselves in a respectful manner toward one another as we communicate online. We won't ever really see each other in person. Here's the academic integrity policy. It's the standard academic integrity policy for all Penn State courses. Just be aware that if you copy and paste work into your posts, that is a violation of academic integrity. It can result in failure for the course. So if you are going to take information from a website, you need to cite it. Passing work off as your own that is not your own is academic fraud. You can fail the course for it, so please don't do that. If you're interested in what a film critic had to say about one of the films that we're doing and you think that they make an interesting point, just put it in quotes and put a link to the article just so we know where it's coming from. That's all you need to do there. Here's the course schedule that'll tell you what to do. As I mentioned, there'll be readings from the text and some articles at the beginning of every week. And then there'll be a Tuesday discussion forum. We'll have one due the first Tuesday of the class, which is on the first shots reading. And then Thursday, there'll be a discussion forum on the first film that we're screening, The Kid. First quiz opens Thursday, closes Friday. That's typically how weeks will go. Over on the lessons tab, same thing, course schedule and table of contents will tell you each week what we're doing. Deliverables are in bold, so these are things that you need to turn in. You can go in and find everything that we're doing by week, and right here you can see the dates for every week. So going into the first week, here you'll see the film screening. You can see here that you can expand it by hitting the button in the lower right. You can hit the escape button to shrink it again. Over in the over also is the lessons. So here you'll see the first lesson. You can get the notes for the slides over on the notes tab. So that's the basic navigation of the course. You can also access your grade at any time by going under the Report tab and under Category Grades, hitting the Run button, and your grades for the course will come up. These are mine. Obviously, I don't have any grades, but that's that's where your grades will be. You can email me under the Communicate tab by just hitting Quick Message. And any of the forums, you can hit subscribe, and that will send you an email every time something is posted. So here you can see there's a questions forum. It's a good idea to subscribe to that. That way, if somebody has a question that might pertain to a question that you had, you'll get an email notification on that. Cyber Cafe, same thing. It's a good idea to subscribe. It's just a non-formal discussion forum that we can talk about anything related or unrelated to the course. So that's basically how to get started in the course. You have something due on Tuesday, which is the first shots, and to introduce yourself to the class. So they're right here. Please sign the full value community agreement. Introduce yourself to the class. When you hit the little plus sign, you can see the replies. Anything that's in bold means you haven't read it yet, so that's how the discussion forums work. And I look forward to reading your first assignment on Tuesday.